In your headlines, Governor Nigel Dakin has shown his support to the Footsteps for Good initiative, Ministry of Education's National Student Registration, and the Provo Roadrunners Club fundraising for the National Cancer Society. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Pinales, delivering the latest from across the country this Thursday, December 9th, 2021, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. Governor Nigel Dakin has shown his support to the Footsteps for Good initiative. The event is partnered with Mandy Dakin and the Provo Roadrunners to raise funds for over 20 charities. Take a look.
The governor, in a recent press release, has announced the reintroduction of Footsteps for Good. The event is the symbolic passing of the baton from Jill Beckingham, the wife of former Governor Peter Beckingham, to Amanda Mandy Dakin. Jill walked 100 miles through the TCI from 2015 to 2017. The mission is to raise funds for over 20 charities with a focus on the vulnerable and hungry, environment and heritage, special needs, and animal welfare. Mandy Dakin has put a twist on the event, however. She aims to walk, swim, kayak, and row the full length of the Caicos Islands, Providenciales to South Caicos, then cross over to Grand Turk and Salt Key. She then hopes to make her way back to Providenciales via Sand, Ambergris, and French Key and West Caicos. In the end, 200 miles of land and sea will be covered. But she won't be alone. Footsteps for Good has partnered with the Provo Roadrunners and numerous other organizations in the hopes of producing a historic event that has already generated $30,000 in pledges. To make a pledge or participate, contact at Footsteps for Good TCI on their social media pages of the same name. You can also track Mandy's progress using the hashtag Footsteps for Good TCI. The governor urged everyone to get involved, saying, quote, "It's about being part of something bigger than yourself to help others less fortunate than yourself," end quote. Reporting for BTV Newswatch, I'm Alik Harvey.
In recent times, from a released press conference, we've gathered that the Ministry of Education's annual student registration will commence March 1st to March 31st. Here's more. We've gathered that the Ministry of Education's annual student registration for infants age 1 born in 2018 and Form 1 students completing grade 6 in the TCI will commence on March 1st, 2022 until March 31st, 2022. Sources say that the ministry wishes to inform parents that applicants will not be accepted at the office as this is an online registration process. They say that parents are asked to please stay tuned for further information about the upcoming registration process. The press release reads that once applications have been submitted, the submission will be acknowledged, and if additional documents are required, parents will be informed. They ask for everyone to kindly note that completing and submitting the documents does not guarantee placement in a public school. It's time for a quick break. When we return, more Newswatch.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
In a recent interview with Karen DeVoe, president of the Provo Roadrunners Club, she tells us more about their recent fundraising run for the National Cancer Society. Here's more. Mrs. DeVoe tells us that the club was founded by Vice President Leanne Higgs, and it's been growing ever since. One of their recent accomplishments is raising funds for the National Cancer Society.
Well, in October, seeing that October was Cancer Awareness Month, we decided to put on a walk for our club members. And then we decided to actually make it an invitation to invite the public. And so we charged a small fee, and we decided that we would make a donation, whatever funds that was collected, we would make a donation to the Cancer Society here in Turks and Caicos. Our walk was based, it did not only focus on breast cancer or any particular cancer. What we did was we took note of the various areas that persons are being affected, and we looked up the various colors that are used. Most of us know pink is breast cancer. And so if you saw us walking out there on that day, it was held on the 16th of October, then we probably would have looked like a rainbow, because everyone wore a color that meant something to them, because a lot of us are affected by someone who has had cancer or who has cancer now and is still battling, the disease.
She tells us that the Cancer Run was one of the themes that the club generates regularly to keep their members engaged, and that they were able to raise funds for the society by charging a small fee to those who wanted to participate. She says that she hopes for the club to expand in the future and for more collaborations.
A few months back, we collaborated with the it was Father's Day. I think it was the Gender Affairs. We collaborated with them. And we had their group in Grand Turk. They did the theme run that we did here in Provo. And they contacted their office in Grand Turk, and they did the run in Grand Turk, which was very good. It was good for both of us. So we're hoping to see much more of that in the near future, getting persons out there and being active.
We'll be right back when we return your sports authority and weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your sports authority and weather forecast.
The 2021 Interscholastic Basketball League season is quickly winding down. Tomorrow's games will decide the fate of the 2 teams heading into the championship finals. Beginning with Game 1, the Maranatha Academy will go head-to-head with the H.J. Robinson High School at 3:30 p.m. on Friday afternoon. The Maranatha boys have been a force to be reckoned with, averaging 70-plus points in their group. They are yet to go up against some of their competitors in tomorrow's semifinals, so it'll be interesting to see what tricks they have up their sleeves. Then, in Game 2 at 6 p.m., the Clement Howell boys face off with the Margie Basin High. Clement Howell has also been playing well, averaging 50-plus points per game. HJ will have to dig deep to make up for their 65-54 defeat in their last game with the Clement Howell boys, who are hungry for a win. Admission is $5 for adults, $3 for kids. COVID-19 protocol will be enforced. No mask, no entry, no bags will be allowed on the premises. For your Sports Authority, I'm Ali Carvey.
Here's your weather forecast for December 10th, 2021. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Friday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 77, winds east-northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Friday, partly cloudy skies, high 81, low 76, winds east-northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Friday, mostly sunny skies, high 82, low 77, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key on Friday, mostly sunny skies, high 82, low 76, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And for Providenciales on Friday, mostly sunny skies, high 82, low 76, winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:18 a.m., sunset 5:08 p.m. And for your high tides and low tides, high tides 12:18 a.m., 12:38 p.m., and low tides 6:22 a.m., 7:02 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. Looks like the Christmas spirit here in the islands isn't dead after all the joy Captain Bill selflessly spreads each year. News Watch has more. Christmas is a time of year when people all around the world spend thousands of dollars in decorations to adorn their houses, which only a few persons would get to see. Here in Providenciales, we get to see, hear, and feel Christmas joy through Captain Bill's sustainable Christmas van. Here's more.
Well, I decided, why decorate your house when maybe 10 or 20 people might be riding by and seeing it? And I'm a boat captain, so I know about taking batteries and making them into 110 volt for lights and music and stuff. So I kept adding things each year. And then I said, drive around the island. Everybody gets to see it in just the people riding by your house. So all the tourists and the locals love it. And they're always hounding me every year. What are you going to do next year? We want to see more stuff. Like they looking forward to it. And some people, they said, Christmas is not Christmas without you, Captain Bill. So thank you for doing it again. And I love it.
Captain Bill stated that he does not believe in the commercializing and constriction to themes of Christmas and what's on his wish list for Santa for the new year.
On the side it says Captain Bill's request for 2022, no illegal guns in the Turks and Caicos. So I just hate to see guns there. When I got here 33 years ago, there was no guns, and now we're having an issue. But hopefully things will turn around.
Bill expressed his reason for doing the Christmas van, as we all know it as, was for personal satisfaction to give all who see the van a taste of what Christmas feels like to him.
Being from New England, Christmas was always very special for us, and people were not doing much down here. In Florida, they have these boat parades right around the holidays, Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and they decorate all these boats and stuff. I said, maybe we can get something going. They did it for a couple of years down in Turtle Cove, decorate a few boats, and they just sat there at the dock, and then they kind of just stopped that. And I said, well, maybe I can get other people to do to do something in their vehicle. It's, just to get into the spirit, but it seems like it's up to me. Without me, it wouldn't happen. So I'm so happy I'm still here to do it anyways.
He continued to saying that he's been doing the Samaritan act of spreading joy for over a decade.
2010, I just added a few things, and every year I kept adding more, and I said, what does this vehicle need? It needs snow. Nobody's ever seen snow in the Caribbean. All the little kids start dancing around and stuff. I said, we're going to put some snow out there. Not just a little snow. I got it set up for a blizzard. And I'm running out of snow shovels this year. Those are going fast.
As he reflected on his childhood memories of being a little boy in his hometown of New England, he expressed his hopes of being able to show everyone how beautifully nostalgic the van looks at night. He ended with well wishes and positivity to all for the holidays and the new year.
Merry Christmas to everybody, and hopefully we'll have a better 2022 than the last couple, and I'm here to help it along and wave and toot and yell Merry Christmas as you ride by, because it makes me feel good too.
So many interesting stories have emerged this week, but here's another one that made this edition of Newswatch. Sources tell us that the purpose of the competition was to raise awareness of writing in our society. The Writers' Society said, "We wish to expose our children to writing and its rewards. We want to nurture writers in the TCI to pursue and honor their writing skills as we seek to capture the history of the TCI through our writings." 17 schools were in participation, which included primary, middle, and high schools. Overall, they had 89 submissions throughout the TCI. Mills Institute took prize for most entrants to the competition with second and third place finishers in the primary fable category. Melancia Austin was the first place finisher with a fable. South Caicos' Marjorie Baston High School took home the first and second prizes, while Precious Treasures took home third prizes. In the high school category, Marjorie Baston took first and second, while the Clement Howell High School took home third. The society tells us that the competition was for all islands, not only for children, but adults too. For the adult category, they had 7 scripts, to which resulted in the victory of Sandra Garland, who's been writing for many years for her story, A Day in the Life of a Salt Raker Family. Benjamin Roberts, another Grand Turk native, took home second place, and lastly, Kendley Smith, former high school student, took home third prize. The Writers' Society ended with saying, "We wish to thank all participating schools who took the time to prepare the children for the competition and encourage those who did not participate to buy into the need to increase the writing skills of our children, not only locally but throughout the Caribbean and beyond. The adult population tend to be fearful of writing. However, we will be hosting a number of workshops, not free, to assist writers in developing their styles." That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.